Hi, my name is Pyeol, and I'm currently doing the research under Dr. Benny in Queensborough Community College. Today, I am here to introduce my research about enhancement interaction inside a mixture containing single carbon tube and ionic liquid mixture for energy storage applications. Due to global environment concern, a lot of people are interested in the renewable energy storage devices. So it is important to develop efficient electrode and electrolyte in these days. In the electrode, single carbon nanotube is an excellent material with great properties. However, it is highly insoluble in many solvents due to their bonding effect that causing by the bypass stacking. So that led us to introduce ion liquid, which is excellent solvent for the single carbon nanotube. So that led to my research to understand the specific interaction that might exist within the mixture containing single wall carbon nanotube and various type of the ionic liquid. More specifically, my research will focus on identifying ionic liquid that can effectively interact with a single wall carbon nanotube to produce highly efficient electrode and electrolyte for optimizing energy storage devices. In this research, I read several papers to understand the specific interaction that might exist inside of the mixture containing single carbon tube and liquid. More specifically, because of the previous data in my groups on that, there are some specific interaction leading by the side chain of the cation, various type of anion, and the concentration of the single carbon nanotube. So it makes me interested in the specific enhancement or the interaction inside of the mixture containing single carbon tube and ionic liquid. As I read several papers in the cation effect, a lot of people are focusing on the interaction leading by the imidazole ring. Just like Jin-Young Wang's paper, he used two papers to argue with cation pi interaction and pi-pi interaction on the imidazole ring. And in the Terasawa's paper, he was focusing on the hydrogen bond donor on the second position of imidazole ring. However, there's few paper or no paper talking about interaction leading by the side chain of the cation, which is proven by our previous data. Furthermore, in the anion effect, there are proof of the experiment to show different properties leading by the various type of anion. Just like Nisa Hamed paper, he shows that the dispersive property depending on various type of anion. And Sweeping Wang's paper also proposed that the hydrogen bond enhancement also depends on the various type of anion, regardless of carbon nanotube diameter changes. And so does our group data. It also shown that the ionic conductivity value is differed by the various type of anion. Just like that, a lot of papers are focusing on the properties changes leading by the various type of anion. However, there's few papers are talking about specific interaction that leading the changes of the properties. As a conclusion, in the cation effect, there are some people still argue with the pi-pi stacking or the cation-pi interaction. And there are a lot of people focusing on the interaction of the imidazole ring. But there's lack of the reports for the influence of the imidazole cation side chain, especially for the enhancement properties. In the anion effect, there are a clear observation for the anion effects on the enhancement properties of the mixture containing single carbon nanotube and ionic liquid. However, there are not many papers discussing the specific interactions. So in the future, I will use several spectroscope methods to study and identify the specific interaction that exists in the mixture containing single carbon nanotube and ionic liquid, especially with the mixture containing FSA anion and NTF2 anion. At the end, thanks to my mentor Dr. Benny and all the people support us to conduct the research. Do you have any questions?